out there, and welcome back to Mariah by the Books. So today, as I had mentioned in my last video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about cozy mysteries. So for those of you who aren't familiar, cozy mysteries are basically books where the protagonist has to solve a murder, generally. But they're always going to be kind of softer, so they're not going to be thrillers, they're not going to be super violent. Generally, there's not a lot of graphic sexual content or strong language, anything like that. They often have some sort of a theme, so you can find bookshop mysteries, needlepoint mysteries, all sorts of different things depending on what you're interested in. And as a librarian, I was familiar with these, but I hadn't really thought that they were a genre for me personally. But I had recommended them to my mom, actually, and she was enjoying them because she really likes books without all of that kind of graphic content as well. And I was trying to find something for her that would be more modern than a lot of the older classics she was reading. And she was enjoying them, but I, again, never really thought that they were for me, just because they sounded kind of dull. They had funny titles, you know, you'd have Assaulted Caramel or Ginger Snapped, you know, things like that that are funny, but I didn't really see the real appeal of sitting down and reading a book like that. That is until I found Dakota Cassidy and a series of books called Nun Of Your Business, with nun being spelled N-U-N, like the Catholic Church kind of nun. And these books are so much fun. They're kind of more in my wheelhouse. They're a fantastical, paranormal kind of thing, as well as having the murder element and being a cozy. So they're really kind of interesting, and they follow these two characters. You have Trixie, who's a former nun who is possessed by this sort of evil spirit and was kicked out of her convent as a result of that possession. And then you have Coop, who's a demon who escaped from hell, again, kind of seemingly as a result of that possession. And Livingston, who also is an escaped demon who is inhabiting the body of an owl. And they're trying to open a tattoo parlor, and then this murder happens right in their shop. And these books are just so fun. You know, I mentioned in my Goodreads review that the dialogue is kind of stilted. You know, having a few tattoos myself, I know that that's not really how people in tattoo parlors speak. I think at one point somebody was called a meanie pants or something. But even with that, the characters are still so much fun and so appealing, and I'm just absolutely in love, and I want to know what's happening. So I had gotten the first 3 books on ebook through my library via Overdrive, and the 4th book is not available, and I'm trying to think about buying it, but I also have unread books that I've purchased staring at me, unread library books staring at me, and so I'm kind of dealing with the guilt of, do I really want to buy another book right now when I've got all these other books to read? But the book was just so much fun, and the thing with the cozy mysteries is that even though the murder in the book gets tied up in a nice little bow, generally, you're not going to be kept up at night wondering if something bad's going to happen to your favorite characters or anything like that. In this particular series, there's still the ongoing mystery throughout of what's going on with Coop and Trixie, and so I really want to know what's going to happen with them. You know, aside from the murders being interesting and how they solve them being interesting, I just really want to know what's going to happen with those two characters. So I'd encourage you, if you're at all interested, to check out some cozy mysteries. There are as many different kinds as there are other genres of books. Again, these guys are kind of paranormal fantasy. There's other ones with witches and ghosts and various things like that as well, but there's others that are completely non-fantastical, that are, you know, somebody's opening their needlepoint business or their quilt shop or something like that, and there's a murder that they have to solve for whatever reason. There's ones that happen in libraries, there's ones that feature cats. So all of those things are just, you know, there's kind of one probably out there for everybody, and I've really been enjoying them. You know, they're not anything super heavy hitting. It's not Dickens by any stretch of the imagination, but they're really fun to read. And they're a quick read and they kind of keep you going. And you know, I like I said, I didn't really understand the appeal until I found the ones that were right for me. But I think when I think on it, since you kind of know that the murder's going to be wrapped up in a nice little bow, that it's not going to be anything super shocking or weird, uh, it's kind of almost like reading one of your old favorite books, you know, over and over again. You know, we already know what's going to happen with those, but we still love to read them anyway. There's something comforting in knowing, you know, that nothing terrifying is going to be going on. And I think it's kind of the same thing with the cozy mysteries. But you get to read new ones and still have that same kind of comfortable, fun feeling. So if you hadn't been read any, I hope you might try something. If you have, let me know down in the comments below what you like. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to hear from you more if there's anything particularly you'd like me to talk about. And, you know, with that being said, I really just wanted to talk about these cozy mysteries. By the time you see this, it's going to be a freezing cold, snowy day here in Virginia. And it's just a great time. Winter's a great time to be thinking about cozy mysteries and sitting down with a cup of tea and just reading something a little bit more fun, a little bit softer. So with that being said, guys, I hope you have a great day and week, and I will see you in my next one. Thanks so much. Bye.